Previously on Slay. Lincoln astral projected to the shelf where his young son Sam has been held captive for 5 years. There, he learned Sam's captor, Nanny Naga, was forced into that role by Callista. Nanny is protecting Sam from the untold horrors of the shelf. Forgetting that he was intangible, Link tried to wipe away his son's tears, only to have Sam think Link was a ghost, a monster, when Link's hand went right through him. Sam panicked, but Nanny Naga gently suggested Sam take a nap. Once Sam was asleep, the last of Lincoln's strength abandoned him. And now, episode 55 of Slay. Lincoln hadn't cried since his wife died 5 years ago. Pent-up feelings of frustration, guilt, anguish, helplessness, and more overtook him, shook his body with uncontrollable sobs. Sam's abduction, Amanda's death, Jacoby's situation, Magda's agoraphobia, leaving the Bastion, forced to serve Callista to keep Sam safe. All the hunting, all the fighting, all the killing. "Control yourself," Nanny Naga said. "Your child needs you to be strong." She was right. Lincoln nodded, wiped away tears and snot. With ragged breaths, he focused on the moment at hand. He shoved all those feelings back down deep and out of mind, where they belonged. Just like his father had always done. "I have to get Sam out of this place," Lincoln said. "Can Callista release him? Is there something she can do?" Nanny Naga picked up her embroidery hoop. "No," she said, as she examined the work, pulled a bit of thread. "Callista forced me to protect Sam, but she cannot remove him." Callista forced Nanny, just like she forced Lincoln to be her pet assassin. "What did Callista do to make you stay here and protect Sam?" Nanny Naga seemed to find the spot she had left off. She started sewing again. Lincoln saw the words she was stitching. "Her judgment cometh, and that right soon." "I will not speak of Callista," Nanny said. "Perhaps the one who put Sam here could get him out. Have you found this individual?" Rage and frustration percolated up again, but this time Lincoln held them in check. "His name is Teddy Two Fingers. I've tried to find him. I've tried hard. He's hiding somewhere in a place that even powerful mages can't locate him." Nanny stopped sewing. Her yellow eyes narrowed. "Could this Teddy have taken Samuel to this place where he hides?" Lincoln looked at Sam, who remained curled up on the carpet, sleeping soundly. Sam had been taken 5 years ago. Would he remember any of it? "Wake him up," Lincoln said. Nanny slithered off the couch and slid toward Sam. That beast approaching his son. Lincoln found himself reaching into his cloak for a weapon, an instinctive, automatic reaction. He stopped himself. Decades of training as a killer, of combat muscle memory, didn't go away in an instant. Nanny's bracelets tingled as her scaly hands gently stroked Sam's forehead. "Samuel," she said, "wake up." Sam blinked awake. He sat up and stared at Lincoln. "It wasn't a dream," Sam said. "Daddy, you're really here?" Sam wasn't frightened anymore. Nanny had known exactly what to do. "I'm here," Lincoln said. "I tried hard to find you. I have. I didn't forget about you. I love you, Sam. Do you know that?" Sam smiled. "I know," he said. "I love you too. I know you would never forget about me. I miss you and Mommy. Can she come see me?" The words cut Lincoln deeper than any blade ever had. Amanda had passed away shortly after Sam's abduction, perhaps because of Sam's abduction, a final straw that broke her already disintegrating will to live. "Not right now," Lincoln said. "Mommy, she's not a Rixator, Bud, so she can't come to this place." A lie to cover a lie. Sam didn't need to know his mother was dead. Not yet. Not until Lincoln set him free. "Listen, buddy," Lincoln said. "If I can find the man who took you, maybe he can tell me a way to get you out of here. Now, I bet you don't want to talk about that day, but it's important." Sam's face hardened. In that moment, he looked far older than his age. "I was on the playground at recess," he said. Recess at Colina Elementary. Sam had been in the first grade. The fucking first grade. "A whole bunch of bees came out," he said, "like a cloud of them. I couldn't see. Everyone ran. I tried to run too, but this long-haired man walked through the bees and he grabbed me. He put me in a van. There was this scary lady in a red dress. Bees flew into her big sleeves. She put a hood over my head, and then I couldn't see for real. She told me to stay quiet or she would send bees into my mouth." Until that moment, Lincoln had not known Haimana had helped Teddy take Sam. The bug wizard bitch would pay, just as Teddy would. Lincoln remembered that day, remembered Amanda calling him, the heartbreak in her voice when she told him Sam had been abducted. Amanda had already been sick at the time. Would she have survived if Teddy had not taken Sam? Lincoln would never know. "What happened then, Bud?" "I did what the scary lady told me," Sam said. "Then I think I fell asleep. I woke up in a dungeon, like in the movies. There were lots of metal doors. I could hear other kids crying behind them. They were in little rooms. I know because the man put me in a little room." A dungeon. Was Teddy still using the same place? Probably. The adjurators and monks helping Lincoln hadn't been able to find Teddy then, just as Kellius Droman and his mage associates couldn't find him now. "How long were you in there?" Lincoln asked. "Not very long. There was a toilet in a room. I remember I took 2 number 1s and a number 2 before the long-haired man came in. He put a hood on me again. He took me out of the dungeon. He gave me to someone else, I think. It was weird, Daddy. I felt like I was flying. I could smell burning stuff." Sam's mouth twitched to the left, a tell that he was thinking hard. "When the hood came off, I was in a circus. I didn't see who took the hood off. There was no one there. The circus was scary. These mean clowns showed up. They laughed at me and they chased me. Then I met Nanny. She killed the clowns, Daddy. She said she was my friend. She brought me here." Lincoln wondered if the circus was one of the amusement parks he'd seen on the way in. Evil clowns. Few things were more terrifying to a little kid. Teddy would pay. He would pay dearly. "Sam, buddy, I know this is hard, but what can you tell me about the dungeon? Close your eyes. Try to remember back. Think about what you smelled there, what you heard. Did you see any painted images or written signs?" Sam closed his eyes. His mouth twisted to the left again. "It smelled like wet rocks," he said, "and dirt, and dead things. Sometimes I would smell something cooking." "What did the cooking smell like?" Sam's mouth twisted to the right. "Like when Mom made tater tots. It made me real hungry, but I didn't get any." That didn't help much. The kids in the dungeon still had to be fed. Tater tots and burgers, maybe, like crappy school lunches. Think about what you heard while you were there, Lincoln said. Did the people who ran the place say anything you remember? Sam closed his eyes. He started to shake. Nanny Naga hissed. Lincoln jabbed a finger in her direction, warning her to be silent. I heard crying kids, the boy said. Screaming kids. They screamed so loud my ears hurt. And this hooting, like owls, but not good owls, bad owls. Hooting. The dream gaunts. Lincoln had seen dream gaunts before. Spindly things, nasty things. Long, thin, hard legs to cling to their victims. They had no heads, but rather a cluster of 5 segmented feelers. 2 to drive into the ears, 2 to plunge into the eyes, and 1 to push down into a throat. Lincoln wanted to get his hands on Teddy's throat. He wanted to squeeze slowly, stare into the man's eyes as he died. That's a good job remembering, Bud, Lincoln said. Anything else? Are you sure you didn't hear them say anything about where the dungeon is? Sam sniffed. He couldn't stop shaking. No, Daddy, he said. I don't remember anything like that. Only the weird bells when we left. Weird bells? What do you mean? Sam's mouth again twitched to the left. You know, bells, he said. Not church bells, though. Littler ones. I couldn't see. Something sounded like bells, but it was far away, though. Lincoln felt a surge of excitement. Like maybe bells when someone opens a door to go into a store? Sam shook his head. No, not like that. What could it have been? Did it even matter? If those bells had been something passing by when Teddy handed Sam off to whoever took him to the shelf, then it didn't matter. Rick Sator, Nanny said. Hurry, you are fading. Lincoln looked at his hands. They'd appeared solid before, even though he wasn't solid at all, but now he could partially see through them. Daddy, don't go, Sam said. Sam had opened his eyes. His tears came down fast now. The boy had always had a sense of reality, of practicality. He knew what was happening without having to be told. I think I have to, Lincoln said. I can't control it. Lincoln quickly glanced at his hand again. It was nearly transparent now. Only seconds left. Sam, I want you to keep listening to Nanny Naga. I want you to be brave, okay? Daddy will find a way. Daddy will... Lincoln felt himself pulled upward. He had a moment to see his son reach for him. Then he was looking down at the house's roof, shooting toward the gray, creature-filled sky. He saw the theme parks, the castle, the volcanoes in the mountains, all shrinking in a mad blur. And then he saw nothing at all. Ariella paced back and forth in front of the projection screen, her heels clicking away. Magda wondered if she was really that concerned about Link, or maybe she was just getting her steps in. No, that was mean. Obviously she was concerned. Lincoln was her cash cow, after all. He looks dead, Billy said, staring at Lincoln, who was sprawled back on the couch between he and Magda. We should check his pulse. Link still had Sam's drawing in one hand, the stone medallion in the other. He's not dead, Ariella said. He's fine. His body is, at least. His spirit is elsewhere. Magda wondered if Skinny Miss Thang knew what she was talking about. Maybe, maybe not. Magda had seen far weirder things than this. "What happens if his spirit dies?" Billy said. "I'm gonna check his pulse." He reached for Lincoln's wrist. Magda flicked Billy's hand. Billy pulled his hand back fast, waving it like he'd just touched a hot burner. "Damn, Mags, what the hell? That hurt. You lifting weights with that finger or something? How come I look like a grown man, but you got grown man strength?" "Just don't touch him," Magda said. "Not like he can give consent right now." She leaned over to the dorm fridge next to the couch, pulled out an unopened bottle of Jack Daniels. Since the arrival of the panini press, she'd switched her t-shirt income from pizza to booze. She brought in enough money to move from absolutely shitty hooch to only sorta shitty hooch. "Pretty sure he'll consent to this, though." She sent the bottle on the coffee table. "And probably some other goodies as well." "Goodies," Ariella said, who continued to pace. "By goodies, you mean alcohol, pills, and the marijuana, right? You two need to cut back." Magda glanced at Billy, who was trying to stifle a laugh. He mouthed the words, "the marijuana." Magda would have liked to laugh along with him had the situation been less grim. She knew Lincoln would come back, but what state of mind would he be in? That depended on Sam's condition. He'd been on the shelf for 5 years. 5 years. Magda remembered what an awesome little kid he had been. Link, Amanda, and Sam. Before their lives went to shit, they had been such a happy family. Lincoln gasped, lurched chest up like someone had hit him with a defibrillator. The "I love you, Daddy" drawing and the stone medallion flew from his hands. He kicked out and blindly swung his arms. A gauntleted hand cracked against Billy's head. Magda grabbed Lincoln's wrists, held them tight. "Link, you're home," she said. "Calm down. You're home." He looked at her with panicked eyes, tried to yank his hands away, but she had leverage on him, pushing him down against the back of the couch. She'd always been a little bit stronger than him anyway. "Calm your bitch ass down," she said. "It's me." He stopped struggling, squinted at her. "Mags?" "That's right," she said. "You're home. You're back in your body. Got it?" He blinked a few times, eyes scrunching super tight, then opening super wide. "Yeah," he said. "I got it." She let him go. The drawing had landed on the coffee table. Lincoln grabbed it, quickly looked under and over the table. He dropped to his knees and found the stone medallion on the floor. He pressed the medallion to the paper, stared at it, pulled them apart, then pressed them together again. "It won't work," Ariella said. "It was a one-time thing." Lincoln stood. He pressed the medallion to the paper a third time. Nothing happened. He glared at Ariella. "Send me back," he said. She shook her head. "I can't. I told you, send me back. Right now." Ariella flinched at his unbridled intensity driven by frustration and rage. Magda stood, put her hand on Lincoln's cloaked, armored shoulder. "It's done," she said, her own voice a calm contrast to his. "Ariella can't send you back again. You know this." He turned, and Magda saw the anguish in his slate-gray eyes. She'd seen him like that only once before, when Amanda had died. "I saw him," he said. "I saw Sam. He needs me." It was beyond hard to see her best friend so distraught. Harder still that they could do nothing about it. "I know," Magda said, "but you can't see him now. Sit down, Link. Sit down." He held her gaze for a few moments, then he slowly sat on the couch. He put the drawing and the medallion on the table, rested his elbows on his knees. His head drooped. "Man, he hit me," Billy said, rubbing his head. "Why'd you hit me, Link? That hurt. Damn, you and Mags both beating up on me. I should whoop someone's ass. That's what I should do." "Lil B, please shut that pretty mouth," Magda said. "Toughen up, for fuck's sake." Still rubbing his head, Billy glared at Magda, then turned his attention to Lincoln. "Link, my man, you okay?" Magda wanted to give Billy another smack. What kind of a question was that? Couldn't he see Link was dying inside? "No," Lincoln said. "I'm not okay. Sam is, though, for now. Someone there is protecting him, keeping him alive. Someone that's not me." The self-loathing in his voice. Magda loved Sam like he was her flesh and blood nephew, except he wasn't her flesh and blood. He was Lincoln's. Magda could empathize with Link, but she could never know how awful this was for him. She heard a sizzling cracking sound, the sound of meshwork forcing its way into reality. A blob of color blossomed between the coffee table and the projection screen. An indescribable shade of green wavering with an unrecognizable tint of purple. Ariella hurried around it, stood next to the couch. "That's Droman's portal," she said. Billy stood up like a shot, not knowing what to do or how to act. Lincoln eased back against the couch, unfazed. Kellius Droman stepped through the blob, clad in forest green robes with dark green trim. He wore a gold necklace with a fist-sized emerald pendant. A crown of wavering, wiggling ivy ringed his forehead and gray-threaded hair. His eyes glowed with yet another shade of green. He shimmered with energy like a demigod ready to lay waste to any and all who defied him. Droman was geared up for war. The nave doors ripped open, sailed across the room as a 15-foot-long black dragon rushed in, sinewy body sliding between Billy and Droman. Her fanged maw opened wide in a warning hiss. Droman put one hand on his pendant, raised the other palm up toward Dragon, fingers flaring with emerald energy. "William, control your familiar," "William, control your familiar," Droman said, "or I will control it for you." Billy threw his arms around the thick body and yanked, or tried to yank, Dragon away. "Dragon, no," he said. "It's okay, girl. Don't bite. Do not bite." Billy usually carried Dachshund Dragon around in one arm, easily held the pup's endless energy in check. Now, Dragon likely outweighed Billy by 800 pounds and effortlessly resisted his pull. "Dragon," Lincoln said. "Back." Dragon's long body curled around Billy like living black armor, pulled him away from Droman. "Damn it, girl, knock it off," Billy said. "I don't need protection. That's my teacher. Let me go." Dragon did not let Billy go. Her hateful black eyes remained fixed on the uninvited guest. "Hello, Kellius," Ariella said. "To what do we owe this unexpected pleasure? We just had those doors installed, I'll have you know." Droman's shimmering green gaze turned her way. "Send me a bill," he said. "I have located Teddy Two Fingers." No wonder he was geared up for war. Lincoln stood. "Finally," he said. "I say we go get the motherfucker." Magda's skin tingled and her hair stood on end. Just like that, the old Link, the real Link, was back, as if he had been a corpse and Droman had shoved a live wire up his ass. She couldn't bring herself to feel sorry for a piece of shit like Teddy Two Fingers, but looking at Link and Droman, she came damn close. "I'm going alone, Franks," Droman said. "You're not coming with me." Lincoln's face wrinkled in confusion. "Course I am," he said. Why else would you come here all tricked out like Lo Pan at his wedding? Drummond frowned. Who is Lo Pan? Billy slid an arm through Dragon's tight coils, trying to escape. Who is Lo Pan? Are you kidding me? Big Trouble in Little China. Dragon adjusted, her body curling like a python, trapping Billy in place. Bad, Dragon, bad! You're embarrassing me! Let me go! Drummond looked at Billy. William, be quiet. He turned his flaring eyes on Lincoln. You will go to my home and protect my daughter. Immediately. Magda's heart sank, knowing instantly how hard that would hit her friend. Fuck you, Drummond, Lincoln said. I've wanted this a lot longer than you have. In fact, why don't you guard your daughter? Just tell me where that bastard is, and I'll take care of the rest. The ivy crown wiggled faster, reacting to Drummond's visible anger. We're not partners, Franks. You work for me. He plucked a single leaf from his crown. That leaf sizzled with energy. I know you have a node in this building. Touch this leaf to it and you will transit to my mansion. If you're not there in the next 5 minutes, Morgan will alert me. My business with you will be done, and I will make certain you are never hired again by anyone for anything. He tossed the leaf onto the coffee table, then stepped back through the portal. The blob of purple-green shrank to a point, then vanished with a light pop. Lincoln stared where the point had been. Dragon uncurled from Billy. A spark, a crackle, and she shrank back to dachshund form, leaving Billy standing there. Link continued to stare, his face slack, his mouth open. Lincoln, you need to go, Ariella said. Right now. Link said nothing. He ain't going anywhere, Magda said. Drummond just pulled some serious bullshit. Ariella picked up the still glowing leaf. You don't understand how powerful Drummond is, she said. When he says he'll make sure we get no more work, he's not exaggerating. We signed a contract with him. If Lincoln doesn't go guard Delilah, Drummond can file an injunction with the commonality to block our access to Bothamall's binder. Oh, shit. No access to the binder meant no more bounty hunting. Man, what the fuck is a commonality? Billy said. This some legal shit? Ariella, you're a badass lawyer. Can't you fight that? Ariella gently took Lincoln's wrist. She put the leaf in his palm, closed his fingers around it. The commonality is like the overall legal system of the patchwork, she said. I don't have time to explain it right now. Yes, I am a badass lawyer, but Drummond can hire dozens of badass lawyers. Even if I completely destroy them, even if I can completely destroy them, it'll take 6 months before we can access the binder again. That's 6 months without Drummond paying us, 6 months without bounties. The bank will foreclose on this place. And without the treasure to make payments to Callista... She trailed off, not needing to finish. Callista won't protect Sam, Lincoln said. Does Drummond know this? Ariella nodded. I haven't spoken to him about it, but I'm sure he does. He researches those he's doing business with. Lincoln's eyes narrowed to slits. Magda had seen him like this many times. It never ended well. Everyone thinks they can play games with my son, he said, his voice coarse, simmering with fury. Everyone thinks they can use me. He picked up the bottle of Jack Daniels, opened it with thumb and... He picked up the bottle of Jack Daniels, opened it with thumb and pointer finger of the hand that held the leaf. He raised the bottle and drank, tilting it back. Bubbles blooped through the amber booze. He didn't stop. As Magda, Ariella, and Billy watched, afraid to say a word, Lincoln drained the entire bottle. I gotta go. He turned, his tattered gray cloak swishing in a small arc, and walked out of the nave. Magda wanted to be there for him, desperately needed to be at her best friend's side, but she couldn't. Her stupid, worthless brain would not let her leave. I'll go with him, Billy said. Mags, Ariella, can I go with him? They had only seconds before Lincoln reached the men's room. Ariella looked at Magda. For once, skinny Miss Thang did not have an answer, did not know what to do. Billy wasn't ready for real work, not even close. But Magda knew Link would not stop drinking. If there was booze in that mansion, he would find it. Go, Magda said. Billy scooped up Dragon, handed her to Magda, then ran out of the nave. Lincoln, my man, wait up! I'm coming with! That was episode 55 of Slay. Next episode, some crazy, crazy shit's gonna go down. Talk to you then. Boop. Baby girl, come on up. Sounds like she might be walking them dogs, though. Walking them dogs. All right. There we go. Bow. Exactly, Danny. Hopefully that was hopefully the chat didn't crap out, because I noticed chat stopped like the last 15 minutes of the show. So hopefully that will be me reveling in knowing all of my Twitter followers. We're completely enjoying everything. We're up to 61 Twitter followers, by the way. Well, hello, gorgeous. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God, so crazy over you. That's all I can say. All right, turn that off, and you got your headphones. And as soon as you sit down, let's go to chat. Let's go chat. Cobalt, things are not just getting interesting. Things are about to get bug nuts crazy. Rob knows. Rob knows more than he knows at this point, frankly.
Yeah, every week.
It's a fact. So we had to make some adjustments to the audio, so bear with us. Switch to A-cam, go back to main. Oh, look, ladies and gentlemen, look who it is.
Hello, my friends. It's insane.
Listen, if you don't want a fella to be so crazy about you, stop being so fucking awesome. There's nothing I can do.
Listen, I'm telling all of you before we begin.
Sorry.
That I am still a little bit sick, as is Scott, but I will endeavor not to cough 67,000 times while we're chatting, like I did last week.
What's in the episode, baby?
It's heavy, dude. Things got heavy.
Yep.
Shit got insane.
Now, you just keep talking. I may make small adjustments as we go tonight. So,
okay, sorry about all this weird noise, but I got to face it towards my face.
So real quick, for those of you who give a shit about Apollo stuff, which I think is one person, two people in the room. I have an analog preamp that I've hooked up so that specifically for recording the audiobooks, and it has a certain particular sound to it. We were sending A's mic directly into the Apollo, and it sounded very tinny and thin, and it's something I am doing with the audio settings, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I switched her to the preamp, and we both have a channel in the preamp, so you may hear me adjusting things as we go tonight. Just wanted to explain that to you. That's all.
So
Bruce Box in the house, baby.
Yeah, it's been a big. Wait. Oh,
there you go.
Moving it. Yeah. It's been a very, very busy couple of months, and it's only going to be busier for a handful of weeks. But
April is running a train on me. That's the only way to describe it. I'm getting pounded by April. Pounded.
My mom's in the chat room.
Oh, hi, mother-in-law. How are you?
Yes, my mom's in the chat room.
April has been very difficult, Zip. It's a challenge. April is a challenge that your daughter and I will overcome, and we will persevere.
Yesterday was my mother's birthday. She
Happy
is
birthday
37 years old
to
and
you.
gorgeous.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zippy. Happy birthday to you. Pachow. I'm going to drop this down a little bit.
And yeah.
Oh, Preposterous says, his sphincter is also sore from April's ministrations. Good work. Plus 10 experience
You're
points
right.
right there. That's fantastic. Well done.
D79,
D79, let's go.
April 1st was Sigler Ascension Day, and we are so busy.
Couldn't do shit. Whoop.
And fuck it, we're happy about it.
Couldn't do shit. April 1st came along, and I did absolutely fuck all because we're going to stop bitching about it soon, but this month is challenging, to say the least. It's challenging. All right, Pumpkin, let's go through the schedule as a stank.
Okay.
Sunday, April 7th, which is in the past, we published Slay episode 54, went live in the feed. That was completely with the new audio quality, which we think is starting to sound pretty good.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this after he's done with the list, but we've changed a bunch of things in the office to hopefully make that better.
Sunday, April 14th, in the future, Slay 55, tonight's episode, will go live. And then, of course, we're only 3 weeks away. May 1st, Slay Season 1 in ebook and maybe audiobook. And we haven't set a print date yet.
Nope.
The pre-order link is up, by the way. You're going to want to go to scottsigler.com/slay. That should take you to the Slay page. There's a click. You can click the link to Amazon Kindle right there, and you can pre-order it. You know what? It's cheap, right? How much is it? Cheap? Oh, it's not that cheap. Anyways, you're going to want the Kindle and the audiobook, and then the print is up to you. The print is up to you.
Yeah, and you don't, for us, what he's saying
Robert
is
Brisson, what's up, bro?
hopefully the
Angela,
Slay
what's up, baby?
audiobook will be ready, but the Slay audiobook we have to submit and then give Audible time to review it. So maybe or maybe not. But if it's not up on May 1st, on Slay Day, then it will be up shortly thereafter as soon as they approve it. That's the hope. But
Sorry, good.
as Scott has kind of mentioned, we've had to re-record quite a lot of the sessions from the previous Slaybook one, Sigler in Places. The software didn't work, and it's a whole thing.
We had some poopy audio. It's poopy.
But the two of us and Iceberg, of course, we're going to do what we can to get it done. And if it's not on May 1st, it won't be for lack of trying, but it will be soon after May 1st.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Why were you?
I'm scoot you over a little closer since you got a little bit of room. I'm going to have to move my scotches so my girl can move her
Scotches.
computers.
I didn't realize
Scotches.
that.
Plural.
Why is it so odd in this room?
Oh,
My goodness,
there.
he is absolutely that frog in the boiling water. It's always so hot.
Do you know why? Do you know why I like the heat? Here we go. Let's see how many people in the chat room,
Oh my God,
aside from Rob, Otto, and Dan Baker, you're not allowed to comment, know the song. Because I'm hot-blooded,
Oh my
check
God.
it and see. Got a fever of 103.
If you're hot-blooded,
come on, baby, do you
would
do more
want a
than
cool
dance?
room.
I'm hot-blooded. I'm hot-blooded.
I'm
Whoa, yeah.
hot-blooded. I'm hot-blooded.
No.
He's not hot. If you were hot-blooded, you would want a cool room. Because
is
your
that right?
blood is hot.
So you're hot-blooded. No.
Yes.
Wait, I'm hot-blooded?
No, I'm hot-blooded.
I don't get it.
Okay, a lizard is cold-blooded and needs to sleep on a rock in the sun.
Okay, that's
Because
cold-blooded. So I'm cold-blooded.
You are cold-blooded.
And you're...
And I'm hot-blooded.
You know what you are? You know what you are?
Lord.
You know what you are?
Hot-blooded?
Hot-blooded!
Oh, Lord.
Check it and see. She's got a fever of 103. Come on, baby, do you do more than dance? Because she's hot-blooded, hot-blooded. All right.
Oh, my God, it's always so hot in this.
I just serenaded my wife. It's going to get hot later.
He's a cold-blooded
Growl. You know what? Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment. Cold-blooded. That is...
No, you have to stop right now.
She's so hot, though. She's so fucking sexy. Come on, give me a break. So hot.
D79
D79, yep.
in the YouTube chat just said this. My wedding vows included me never singing at, around, or near my wife. And all I want to know is what
D7.
your singing voice sounds like. That's all I want to know.
I can tell you right now that D7 has a delightful singing
That's what I
voice.
think too. know.
And his wife needs to just dial it back 2 notches. Just 2, not a whole bunch. Just 2. Just 2.
It might be. Why am I so echoey?
Because you asked for the room to be open to cool things off.
Well, you got to close that, I guess, because that's too loud.
You know what? All right, hot-blooded.
All right.
I'm a cold-blooded snake. Look into my eyes. Uh-oh. I've been telling lies. You guys didn't know you're getting fucking serenaded today.
Do you guys know, Scott? I have a thing, a secret to tell you about Scott Sigler. Where are the paper towels?
I'll find them.
Okay, I need definitely. My nose is running because I'm still sick. He started chewing gum recently, and it is my pleasure to report to you that he is, and I genuinely mean my pleasure. It's the cutest thing.
I lost my gum. I think Biddy ate it.
He is the loudest gum chewer that I have ever met in my life, and it's fucking adorable.
I'm like Roz. I'm just chewing a bunch of gum.
Yeah, every time we're in the same room together because I sit next to him sometimes and work here. I feel like he's gonna say, "Honey, what would you like? What's your order?" Like for something like that, for sure.
Close. All right, so I banned Rob and I banned Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, from knowing what song I was singing. So I'm very curious.
Oh my goodness.
Because as I get older and balder, I realize there are many pop culture references that, baby, just tell me to mute you for a second. Now tighten it up. Pop culture references that the Utes do not know. Does anyone know what song I was actually fucking singing? It looks like no. You got it?
No, not yet. It won't. There we go. Now we're typing.
Steve, listen. Steve Ricky Bird.
Question. It's a good
God
question,
damn it.
Steve.
I hit the wrong.
It's a good question, Steve. I had the same one. Can you unmute me? Am I unmuted? I'm not.
You were.
Hello,
I tried to unmute you. What happened?
Hello.
You. Now give it a shot.
Hello. There it is. I unplugged it.
No, Bruce Bach. It was not goddamn Springfield. Chris Grohl. Hot Blooded by Foreigner. There's those goddamn emoticons again.
I forgot about those.
Preposterous and preposterous. I know it's in the lyrics, but people don't know that incredible song. It's incredible.
Are
Foreigner.
you kidding me? Who does
Foreigner.
not know that song is called Hot Blooded?
You're old. I asked who it was. I asked who the artist was.
Look at him trying to get a second date tonight. Calling me old.
That's one of our shorthands. When either one of us does something that delights the other, I'm always like, "Oh, that'll get you a second date."
Yeah.
That'll get you a second date right there.
He just literally shouted.
Thank you, Dave.
At the whole internet
D79.
that I'm old. What? And he's right. I am old. Literally woke up.
You know
with
what,
a
Robert
knee
Brisson?
problem.
No one fucking asked you.
Oh,
no
what
one
is
asked you, Robert Brisson. Jesus Christ, fucking these people.
But like literally, you
that
asked
fan.
him.
Well, I know, but people should know that when I ask them, I'm not asking them.
I mean,
All right. So we've got a good crowd in the house tonight. We're up to 66 people on the Twitter. And, oh, shit, I forgot. Siglerpedia is fixed. Siglerpedia is fixed.
Siglerpedia is fixed.
It took forever and a day. Vamp for a second. Let me see if I can get this queued up real quick.
Okay, I will vamp for a second. 4X, no, I'm not going to say serenade Scott with Rick James. No, my love language is cooking.
Which Rick James song? Which one? I love Rick James is fucking so baller. So good.
Um,
You know about Rick James? Few things encapsulate the 80s, early 90s like Rick James. By which I mean there were an enormous amount of dudes who thought they were all that and a fucking pat of salted butter on a muffin just dripping down and fucking wore the clothes and the hair. And now we look back at them and be like, bro, you look goddamn ridiculous. I hope you got laid a whole bunch because you look ridiculous. But so good.
What I love about this is I believe that every Gen X woman who is hearing the sound of my voice right now quite literally has that exact thought every time they see a yearbook photo of a woman from the year they graduated. I'm not even saying them, of themselves. It's like, there are so many things I did in the 80s that make no sense. It's embarrassing.
Oh, that's a good
embarrassing.
point. That's a good point. The way you bitches wore your hair in the 80s.
Oh my God. Dudes, I will tell you, I had what I can only lovingly call the Statue of Liberty hairdo because I have very, very, very fine hair. And my choice in high school.
Martin, send me that link, please, in Messenger. Go ahead, babe.
My choice in high school, my hair is much shorter. Well, this isn't my hair. This is extensions. But you know.
Bruce McLaughlin in the house.
Goodness.
What's up, Bruce?
Hey, San Dimas High School football rules. Love you. I would point the hairdryer right here. And then these little hairs.
Angela, go for it. Yep.
These little hairs would like. Angela said the higher the hair, the closer to God. That's so good. These little six hairs would
Angela's
stand
like
up.
dog, man.
And then I would spray them with Aquanet.
Yep.
So I looked like every fucking day of 8th grade, I looked like the Statue of Goddamn Liberty.
All right. You know what? Let's do something. There are a few Gen Xers in the house. Right now, I will...
Why am I fuzzy?
Pardon?
Oh, maybe that's my contacts.
Maybe you've had too much to drink. What? Oh, no, it's your context. Right now, all my Gen X ladies in the house, please email a picture of you.
Oh, I'll do it.
With your big ass hair to info@emptyset.com. If you are watching this right now, you are not exempt, no matter how goddamn embarrassing that picture is. Send me your money. Send it right now. We'll get it up next week.
I'm definitely going to
Renee,
ask my mom.
come on, bring it. Send us some. Send us. You know you got some
Marie
pictures
Krieger,
in there.
Thank you so much.
Marie Krieger's, I know, in the house, right? It's fucking awesome.
And she said, "That's my hair. I paid for it."
She makes the best cookies. She makes fucking them shits. That shit's good shit.
So I will ask my mom. If I can't find it myself, I will ask my mom to help me find my freshman year yearbook photo. It is
Rob Tenorella. Rob Tenorella is 100% correct. Rob Tenorella says, so what you're saying is some of the issues we're having with the ozone could possibly be because of what the girls were putting in their hair back then. Yeah, not just the girls, but the metal dudes, 100%. Hundy P, you are correct, Rob. 100%. I did not know he was an environmentalist. I didn't know. But it's a fact. It's a fact. So there we go. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do we got now? So we know what our content is next week. Also...
It's 80s. We'll find photos of him from the 80s, too.
Hold on.
Dan Baker, Rob Otto, I know you can help.
Hold on.
Robert Tinkerelli, I know you can help.
I'm doing marketing.
Okay.
Can I have a second to do marketing? All of you ladies and fellas who have pals who don't know about Siglerism, please contact all your Facebook friends, your Twitter friends, your Threads friends, your Instagram friends, and say, this guy who's an author wants to put up pictures of
this
people's
guy
80s.
Who's an author. He became Christopher Walken right there for a second.
This guy who's an author wants to put up pictures of 80s people in the hair. It's all so high, so tall.
We gotta find that.
So they also can send those pictures to info@emptyset, and then they can join you next week, and we will show pictures of motherfuckers we don't even fucking know if it's a fucking big ass hair shit. Do it.
I'm going to find my freshman year yearbook photo. It is, oh my God. Oh, my whole neck made noise. Sorry about that.
What do you mean? That was my neck.
Oh,
that was my neck.
Thank you.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was my neck.
You sweet man. It's terrible, you guys. I'm just preparing you. It's embarrassing. I spent a lot of time making my stew.
That was Iceberg got me.
Yeah, I know.
That was Iceberg got me.
It was good. It was a good shot.
This guy, not creepy at all. Actually, Dr. Dana Baker, PhD, and his wife are in the house, and their progeny literally gave me the nickname. Hold on. I gotta bump it back here. So one of my best friends in the world, Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, and his wife, Abby, also PhD, 2 PhDs, produce a progeny who describes me as, and I quote, Daddy's creepy little friend. Daddy's creepy little friend. Spectacular. I couldn't have been more happy if I'd written that joke on my own. Let's go. You got the...
So we will run those photos next week if you have them. I'll do my best to find embarrassing photos of the both of us. We've run them before, but we'll run them again. Why not? I will let you know that this whole month is kind of balls to the wall for us both. I hate to say that because that tips him off and then he does crazy things.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
But
Donald Woolbridge, you have to say what CLF is. I don't get it. From FDO to CLF.
creepy little friend.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Okay, I've had a couple scotches. There we go.
But Abby says just daddy's creepy friend.
No, you know what? Dr. Daniel Baker, PhD, in the chat room, correct. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure it was daddy's creepy little friend. I've said that for years.
But when that happened, Lindsay would have been... Sorry.
Yes, but except the fact that when Lindsay was this big and I was this big, Dr. Daniel Baker was she was like
but she's the blonde tornado. We're gonna call her.
The
you
blonde
guys are
tornado.
Forget.
The blonde tornado.
Sorry about that, you guys.
Who is also going to be a PhD. The blonde tornado. Remember, here's me. Here's blonde tornado. Wait, here's me. Here's Dr. Dan Baker, PhD.
Oh, so you're saying she was thinking you were littler than her pops?
Correct.
Okay.
So I thought she framed it in the comparison that compared to her pops, Dr. Dan Baker says little. Thank you, Dr. Daniel Baker. No offense, Abby, but you know what? I don't remember a lot, but when my friends' kids make an insult toward me, I fucking remember that shit. I remember. Oh, shit. Oh, that would have been funny. Wait. I remember. God damn it. I remember that shit. I'll never fucking forget it. All right, let's go back to Maine. Okay, so what else we got? Oh, shit. We saw a play.
We did. So
I'm so bad at the camera tonight. It's terrible.
It's okay.
It's terrible.
So Scott does a beautiful thing every year, and he buys a subscription to the Old Globe Theater, or a theater in San Diego. We've been doing the Old Globe.
Spectacular. It's a gorgeous facility. It's amazing.
And he does that mostly so that, because if you guys don't know, I have a theater degree, I have an acting degree. I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts in New York City for 3 semesters. I love the theater, and Scott loves me. So he every year there's a lady at the Old Globe who calls him and talks to him and is his friend and knows him, and he shows me the plays and says,
Hold on, I gotta say, this bitch is not my goddamn friend. This bitch makes me drop fucking coin like crazy. She is a salesperson. The bitch from the Old Globe is a talented salesperson who calls me nonstop until I break the fuck down and buy a ticket. Several tickets, 5 tickets.
Whole subscription.
5 tickets a season
Yeah.
for this gorgeous piece of Irish on my right. But no, she's not my friend. If she's my friend, she'd send me money. That's how it would work.
Fair, but Steve Rickenberg in the chat room says Scott subscribes to the idea that happy wife, happy life. And I think that that's true. But we had a revelation because Angela Clark, who is in the chat room as well,
That's right, Mike.
has gone to the theater, has taken us to the theater
Oh my
several
God,
times.
we went to the theater so high with Angela. It's crazy. It's crazy.
It was, and Scott loves the spectacle of the theater. I love live acting and plays and stuff like that. And then last Friday night, we went to see a play at the Old Globe called King James. And it was kind of a meeting of the minds.
It was
because
so baller.
Because the king in King James, the King James they're talking about is LeBron James. And
Oops.
and this is a story, it's a story about friendship of 2 guys who meet because the Cavaliers have have LeBron James on the Cavaliers before he moves to Miami.
They're from the boys in the play. The characters in the play are from Cleveland. Mm-hmm. And they are there. The story covers the arc of LeBron James from when he gets drafted by the Cavaliers. Mm-hmm. And LeBron's an Ohio guy. Mm-hmm. And caveat, I'm a huge LeBron fan. Huge. Drafted an Ohio guy, drafted by the Cleveland Cavaliers, plays 7 seasons, which Rob and Danny Baker and Rob Tinnerella and Bruce Bach, I don't know if you're a basketball fan, but back in the day of the Bad Boys, this kid comes out, and the Pistons versus Cavaliers was a huge fucking thing as things progressed. That's Act 1 of the play. Act 2 of the play is he's off to Miami to play with D. Wade and Chris Bosh. And then
send our love to the big guy.
Act 3 is he comes back to Cleveland and wins a title. So it's a 3-act structure in the play. And what
It's actually two acts structure in the play.
No, it's three. There's three. In Cleveland, Miami, back to Cleveland. And what A wanted to bring this up because I had so much fucking fun at this because I knew so much of the dialogue and I knew so much of what was going on. And I looked around at all my sort of theater peeps at the old Globe. Mm-hmm. We see a lot of Shakespeare. We see a lot of the same people, same faces. These bitches had no fucking idea what was happening. And
I'm like, so many
I'm like
notes.
leaning over there like, this is what this is when he said, I'm gonna take my talents to Miami. And fucking was constantly telling it was like watching an Avengers movie with Rob Otto, except Rob Otto leaning over like, okay, this guy does this thing and Iron Man was here. Because I don't follow it as much.
When we go to the writing retreats with Rob. Same thing.
Yeah,
I get that from Rob.
Rob has sick fucking knowledge of comic movies and he educates me and the point is this. I bought theater tickets to make my girl happy, to make my spouse happy. And I go, and it's not like you don't enjoy it, but it's also not like fucking 50-yard, it's not like seats at a Lions game at the 50-yard line. It's not the same for me. But this, a play that was primarily about a relationship between two guys, but it's about fucking their love for sports. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't superficial. The guy who wrote this was a deep Cavs fan, and this was pivotal shit. So the reason we're talking about it is they created something that for a nerd jock like me, I was riveted. Not only was it riveted, but I had fucking balled out, and I had bought courtside seats. We were this is a theater in the round, very small theater, probably 150 people.
I think probably there's about 200 seats.
200 seats. But we're on the edge of the seat. And these dudes are acting their ass off.
Front row.
They're acting their ass off like 5 feet away from us. It was so good. And I was so into it. So the reason I brought this up was I like theater. Theater's great. It's not on my top 10 list of shit I want to do, except when you write a theater event that includes sports and it's well written and fucking lights out acted. One of the best theater experiences I've ever had. It was amazing. Phenomenal.
Mike Kaplan, we went on last Friday night. It closed this weekend, so I don't think you can see it now anywhere.
It's going to travel for sure.
I was about to say it will absolutely travel for sure. They held it over for an extra week in San Diego, which was great because we were sick when we actually had our first tickets, and then they gave us these seats. But I will also say this, for anybody, and I know this crowd probably doesn't have this issue, but in the last year, we saw quite a lot of Taylor Swift music fans all of a sudden be very interested in
That's
football.
A fucking great point.
And this was that same moment, because I think that Scott loves to go to the theater with, like I said, when Angela lived in San Diego, she took us to a lot of great shows, and I think he loves it to watch people that he loves and cares about enjoy the theater, and he appreciates the job that everybody is doing. And sometimes he leans in and it's fun. But this experience was it was a lot more personal for him because he felt like the play was speaking to him. And he had that knowledge, that historical knowledge that the playwright had, the same way that you had.
I was a sports writer for small papers in Michigan, for hometown newspapers, when LeBron was in high school. So when LeBron was the chosen one of this particular sport, I was actively a professional sports writer at the time. So I followed it extremely closely. Tiger Woods was also on the way up at that time. And watching this young man enter the professional world and compose himself far beyond his age. Far beyond. He was 18, 19, and LeBron has handled shit very, very well. Also, 2 gold medals in the Olympics for, as an American, I'm super proud. But, so I followed this all along, not from Cleveland, but I'm from the Midwest. And this play was spectacular. So if you guys ever get a chance to see this play, spectacular. I will point out that this motherfucker right here, this gentleman,
Joshua.
You are absolutely going to see this motherfucker. He reminded me of the first time I saw Terrence Howard. First time I saw Terrence Howard in a movie, I was like, Who is this? Who
That's
is
so
this
funny.
motherfucker?
We have
He's
not
unreal.
talked about this, but that his name, that actor's name is Joshua Ikebiri, Echebiri.
Killer.
He was spectacular.
Killer.
And we didn't talk about this, so I didn't know that you thought about Terrence Howard. I watched him, and I think I've talked about it on this cast. I saw Andre Braugher in a Shakespeare in the Park in New York ages and ages and ages ago, and he was unreal and amazing. And that's what I thought when I saw this. So my big point, my overreaching point here, and I know we're late and we all have to go soon, but
Yeah, you guys can tap off if you want. We're having fun.
Is finding a way to create it's the same thing as Swifties now watching football and caring about football. If you give people a chance to say, like, cool, I know you love your things. If you want to love this thing too, this might be the way, was spectacular because Scott, that might have been okay. If we go to theater with Angela, it's always great. But that might have been his favorite play that he took me to see because there were so many little notes. Like there were little bitty things that the Globe did, like the lights that were right above the theater in the round. They were a mini kind of a jumbotron. They were
it was
round,
really cool.
and it was
Really
so
well
smart.
done.
And they didn't show video. It was just for lights. But
Rob,
it was very
Rob, you will
thoughtful.
love this fucking play. If you get a chance to see this, Rob, Dan, Rob Tenorella, Tin Man, if you guys get a chance to see this shit, it's ridiculous. I will say this real quick, super quick. This is the movie, and Terrence Howard now might not be the same person he was when he was coming up.
Fair.
He got all the flowing hair. He looked fucking gorgeous. But this movie, The Best Man. Oh, that's so small. I can't even see it. Anyways, real quick, the Best Man is full of really talented actors and actresses, and people are doing a very good job and a good director. And every now and then, in a film, you see someone who steals the show. Mm-hmm. And everyone was acting doing a very, very solid job, excellent craft. And then Terrence Howard's in this bitch, and you're just like, oh, all these other motherfuckers are acting. Like there's a moment you're like, oh shit, these are actors. That's the motherfucker right there. I felt that when I watched Joshua in King James. That's all. There you go.
So we had a great date at the theater. We are people who kind of cross genres and try and have literary, like bookish people care about football, things like that. And this was a crossover moment that surprised us both. So hopefully King James lives a very long life. This was its original run. It's an original show. So absolutely, if it grows, we'll let you know because we really, really liked it.
Yep, really liked it. Let's see, is there anything else we want to talk about?
Oh, Henry IV, I love so much, Dawn. I hope you have the best time. What a great...
Wait, she's
I love
going?
Henry IV. Well, she's going to usher for Henry IV.
Oh, good job, Dawn. Way to go. Strong.
Yeah, and oh my God, what a perfect play. What a perfect play.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I could talk about this shit for hours. It is very rare for a jock nerd like me to see someone else make a thing in a format that, in any format, it's super rare to see someone understand sports at the level of a fucking crazy sports fan and not shit on sports, because most nerds tend to shit on sports. It's the reason I wrote The Rookie. The reason I wrote The Rookie is like, all my fucking D&D nerds, you guys are missing out. This shit is fucking dope. You got to understand how it works. And a whole play about that was phenomenal. It was super great. And also,
so it's funny because
I'm not. Oh, she looked real good. I'm not gonna lie.
it
She
also
looked real
rained
good.
on us. It was freezing, and we didn't have a umbrella or anything, so it was very cold running to the theater.
Do you want to tell them why? Waiting on an umbrella?
You can if you want to.
So I went to WonderCon in San Diego.
Anaheim.
Anaheim. Thank you. WonderCon is in Anaheim. Took the train because I'm so busy. I have to write on the train there, right on the train back. Get out of this April pulling a train. Rode a train to get out of pulling a train.
We're almost done, you guys.
And A's like, as if I'm fucking A, like, do you want to bring an umbrella? And she hands me a little umbrella, and I'm like, oh my God, such a good idea. I'm bringing an umbrella because it's raining like cats and dogs. I have my umbrella. I'm on the train stand with my umbrella, and I'm like, nerdy little Scott on the train stand with my umbrella. Catch the train, put my suitcase up, put the umbrella up with my suitcase, and then I'm like, I'm waiting for all you motherfuckers. You guys, this is your fucking fault. All you assholes. And then I'm like, get off the train, like, and left the goddamn umbrella up on the roof of the train. So this umbrella has been in our car for 5 fucking years, and I lost it immediately. Immediately.
You said, Kelly Estroman says immediately, but I had to spell it phonetically.
I lost my umbrella immediately. I've had this umbrella for 15 years, and now I've lost it. What am I going to do without my umbrella? I don't know what I'm going to do.
I love that Oren says it's 100% their fault.
Yeah, yeah, it is your fault. It is. You know what? Let's be honest. It's all you fucking assholes that made me lose my umbrella.
We're clearly going to go and give him a little bit of food.
I'm going to play some Fortnite.
Yeah, probably.
Again, if you're Fortnite players, Future Dark over low.
Why are you the Future Dark over low?
Because there's not enough characters for Future Dark over Lord. And when I'm typing in that little ridiculous screen on the, I'm like, oh, I should make it. Nah, fuck it. Fuck them up. Fuck everyone. Future Dark over low without the RD.
Love you, Kim.
Add me. We'll play some games. All right, you guys are great. Here we go. Let's go. It is, we will be back.
Wait, don't you want to tell them about the change of the title of the show?
Oh, shit.
What?
That was the thing.
Wait.
Thank you. That was well done. I forgot. Next week, hopefully, we'll see. Next week, the title of this show is going to change. Once upon a time, we were all a bunch of... Once upon a time, we were all a bunch of lonely bitches in our house as a virulent, lethal disease.
Did you call it lethal?
Yeah, it was lethal. 1 million people died. The fuck are you going to give a million
I thought
Americans?
you said lethal.
No, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And once upon a time, a lethal disease spread across the world. And this disease was called COVID. And people were resigned to their own domiciles for an enormous amount of months and weeks and days. And we, this one and me, decide we're going to make a podcast. We're going to make a live cast.
It was
so that
crazy.
all of our friends who are afraid they're going to die and can't leave their house
I wore wigs.
are going to get to watch us once a week, and we will help everyone cope with everything.
You
and
shaved
that
your
is why we
face.
called it Sigler in Place, which was a play on Shelter in Place, which is what everybody wanted you to do. That was 2019.
Well, it was 2020.
No. How dare you? That was 2019. It was 2019.
It was 2020.
We revised all of our signage and everything in 2021. And now in 2024, we revise it again because we don't need to be sheltering in place anymore. So the ramp up was sweet, but the delivery is now the podcast is called Scott Sigler Slices, and the live stream will be called Slices Live. That is all. That's all I got. That's it. There you go.
So hopefully we will have new lower thirds.
Shut up, Bruce. Fuck you.
You see right here?
Never liked you,
Oh,
Bruce. Never fucking liked. I can't count. He's right. I can't count.
Also, I love that a once in a lifetime pandemic is the thing that he's like, was that like 2019?
It was 2019.
It was absolutely.
Did we start in 2019? Yes, we. You know what? You're going to lose this battle, Margarity.
For sure not going to lose that the global COVID pandemic started in 2020.
You're going to lose this battle, McKintry. You try to come at me. Of course, I got to use a nickname.
Thank you, Dan Baker. That's exactly what I was going to. Whatever it takes was the joke I was trying to make. But my tipsy spouse here is...
Look at Forex, November 2019. Woo, woo! Woo, woo, woo! Yep, that's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
The World
That's
Health
right.
Organization.
Chris Grohl, late 2019.
The World Health Organization
I'm gonna churn
recognized
some butter.
SARS-CoV-2 in February of 2020.
Okay, we're gonna get off the mic, but I gotta say, Jeremy, one of our biology PhD consultants, emailed us many months before anybody heard anything. He's like, hey, there's this thing called COVID.
In January of 2020. You're right. He did. He said,
No, not January 2020.
You're talking about Ellis?
Yeah, way before. All right. Listen, there's people in the chat room who are telling you that you're wrong. And you know one thing about
Look, everybody's saying 2020.
Chris Grawl. Everybody. Anyways, so we're going to stop right. We're going to go have an argument. We're going to have a fucking marital argument later. Marital argument. Which might also coincide with me fucking killing bitches on the Fortnite. But it was 2019. It was Jeremy Ellis, PhD, who does genetic engineering and fucking shrimp. So he knows about the... Anyway, you guys are all fucking fantastic. Fuck off, all of you. It's your fault I lost my umbrella. Let's be honest with ourselves. We will be back Wednesday, April 17th for Slay episode 56. And
is it... Okay, listen. I have a question for you and Mr. Rob Otto. Is it going to be heart-wrenching like this is?
Sean Watts, fuck up. Hold on. I got to go main cam. And, ladies and gentlemen, episode 56 of Slay is the episode you do not want to miss live. It's going to be violent. What did you say? Will it be sad? Will it be upsetting?
Will it be heart-wrenching is what I...
100% heart-wrenching, 100% adrenaline spike, 100% fucking adrenaline needle straight through the sternum. Rob Otto and I are going to fucking knock you on your ass next week.
I better get some comic relief after that. I'm just saying.
You had comic relief today. You had fucking Billy.
But not enough.
Billy's like trying to slip an arm through Dragon, trying to get out from Dragon. And that was my favorite part of this. Billy's trying to be a man, and like Dragon's like, nope, gonna protect you. Like, no. Anyways, there you go. You guys are all great. We will be back Wednesday, April 17th for Slay episode 56. Until then, stay smart.
Stay science.
And for the love of science, we want you to stay informed.
We love you guys. We're so glad you're here.
Holy Christ, is there crazy shit on the internet right now? We won't talk about it because we love you. But what you can do, you may all kiss off into the sky. Hey.
Love you guys.